Hey guys, Andy with Ground Zero. On today's workshop, we're going to discuss a little bit on how to choose the correct speakers for your power sports application. When you're designing a system, there's 4 easy steps to follow. That way you can make sure you're getting to where your customer wants to be. You got to make sure you understand your customer's goals and expectations. You got to ask questions on what they're looking for. That way you can put together the best system to meet and or exceed what they're looking for. Some of the questions that I personally ask in going through this stage is, what's your goal as far as sound? Are you just going for volume? Are you going for better quality, clarity, range? Where do you want to be? Once you've established a little bit of what their goals and expectations are, it's always great to have a demo vehicle to show, to make sure that you're actually on the same page as them. Step 2, you've got to establish the budget. How many times have you went up to somebody and thrown something at them and you're just way out of the ballpark? Following step number 1, to get their goals and expectations, you should be able to get their budget out of them as well. That way you're not going the wrong direction, wasting your time and theirs. So based on the first 2 steps, now we actually try and design a system to meet and or exceed the customer's goals and expectations, as well as fitting into their budget. A lot of times it might just be a 2-way coaxial for the fairing of a motorcycle. 2-way setup sounds great, gives you great range, fills in, does everything you need it to do. But what if that budget's a little higher or their goal's a little bit higher? Now, I'm personally going to build myself a 3-way setup. I'm going to use a separate tweeter in the fairing. I'm going to use a separate mid-range to pair with that tweeter. And then we need something to give a little bit of mid-bass. So I'm going to add a mid-bass to the lowers. In order to meet someone's budget, the reason you're going to use a 2-way is it's a little bit cheaper. If they've got the budget or the goals to be even higher, now I'm going to go with the 3-way setup. Either way, what we're trying to do is give the customer products that's going to do exactly what they want, where they want, and meet their sound goals. So with everything put together, it comes down to the actual speaker selection. When I tell you a 2-way setup, just using the fairing, I personally like the GZCF 6.5 and 8.0 SPL or the SPL Neos. The reason for that is the Neos are going to give me a little bit more volume. The normal SPL is going to give me just a little bit more range, a little bit more low end. But the frequency response out of either one does exactly what I want it to do. When we start getting into what I was telling you as a 3-way setup, the GZCT 25 SQL tweeter, great sounding tweeter, plays from 3K to 22K, but it's super smooth. This one is a silk dome tweeter. A lot of people, including myself, use compression tweeters as well. Like I like to use the GZCT 20N Pro. One of the smoothest sounding compression tweeters that you will ever hear. Sensitivity's phenomenal. Either way, I like to pair them with a GZCM 6.5 Neo Pro X or the 8.0 Neo Pro X. That's going to fill out my upper stage on a system like we were just talking. When I need to get the little bit of mid-bass building my 3-way setup, now I'm going to add in GZCK 6.5 XSPL or the 200 XSPL. This is a perfect little mid-bass driver, or what we at Ground Zero like to call a kick woofer. It's going to give you the accurate lows, but it's going to blend in with everything else that we just discussed. If you all have any further questions or want to look at any more of the product, hit up groundzerousa.com.